Hey, YouTube friends and family, just Christina here. I'd like to share a news blurb that comes from The Mirror in London, which I realize is similar to a tabloid publication here in the United States, but just extracting some of the information regarding neuromedical research that has been done in this area. I think you'll find it highly interesting, if anything. So, what a cell phone can do to a child's brain in just 2 minutes. The Mirror, London, 12/26/1. And I do not have the graphic visuals or brain scan representations to offer you, but I will provide the names of the scientists here in this document. So if you choose to look it up further, I have not done so, but I think that we could probably find more information very readily available if it hasn't been squashed, of course. These are the first images that show the shocking effects that using a mobile phone has on a child's brain. Scientists have discovered that a call lasting just 2 minutes can alter the natural electrical activity of a child's brain for up to an hour afterwards. And they also found that for the first time how radio waves from mobile phones penetrate deep into the brain and not just around the ear. The study by Spanish scientists has prompted leading medical experts to question whether it is safe for children to use mobile phones at all. Doctors feel that disturbed brain activity in children could lead to psychiatric and behavioral problems or impair learning ability. It was the first time that human guinea pigs were used to measure the effects of mobile phone radiation on children. The tests were carried out on an 11-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl named Jennifer. Using a CATEEN scanner, CATEEN scanner, linked to a machine measuring brainwave activity, researchers were able to create the images above. And again, I apologize for not having that. The yellow-colored part of the scan on the right shows how radiation spreads through the center part of the brain and out to the ear on the other side of the skull. The scan found that disturbed brainwave activity lasted for up to an hour after the phone call ended. Dr. Gerald Hyland, Hyland, a government advisor on mobiles, says he finds the results extremely disturbing. It makes me wonder whether children whose brains are still developing should be using mobile phones at all, he added. The results show that children's brains are affected for long periods even after a very short-term use. The brainwave patterns are abnormal and stay like that for a long time. And this could affect their mood and ability to learn in the classroom if they've been using a phone during the break time, for instance. We don't know all the answers yet, but the alteration in brain waves could lead to things like a lack of concentration, memory loss, inability to learn, and aggressive behavior. Previously, it had been thought that interference with brain waves and brain chemistry stopped when a call ended. The results of the study by Spanish Neurodiagnostic Research Institute in Marbella coincide with a new survey that shows that 87% of 11 to 16-year-olds own mobile phones, and 40% of them spend 15 minutes or more talking on them each day. And disturbingly, 70% of them would not change the use of their phones, even if they were advised by the government. Dr. Hyland plans to publish the latest findings in medical journal The Lancet next year, Lancet. He adds, this information shows there really isn't a safe amount of mobile phone use. We don't know what lasting damage is being done by this exposure. If I were a parent, I would now be extremely wary about allowing my children to use a mobile phone even for a short period. My advice would be to avoid mobiles. Dr. Michael Kleeson, Kleeisen, who conducted the study, said, we were able to see in minute detail what was going on in the brain. We never expected to see this continuing activity in the brain. We are worried that delicate balances that exist, such as the immunity to infection and disease, could be altered by interference with chemical imbalances in the brain. A Department of Health spokesman said, in children, mobile phone use should be restricted to very short periods of time.